pas quoi d'autre dire sur l'autiste, là? Sur l'autisme, là?
Mais c'est toi qui l'as commencé, t'as parlé. L'autisme. C'est toi qui as commencé à parler
Je
d'autisme.
veux juste dire c'est une manière d'être.
Ouais, ben oui. Non, mais oui, mais
ça.
même ça reste une manière d'être. C'est comme psychopathe, c'est une manière d'être, mais ça reste quelque chose.
OK, mais
Sociopathe.
on a tous quelque chose. Comme personne
Ben
n'est
oui,
normal.
mais personne n'a dit que c'est mauvais, mais c'est une réalité.
OK, mais tu peux être égoïste.
Ouais.
Bon, très égoïste. C'est comme toi, lui, tu as dit, il est très égoïste. Lui, il est
Ouais.
très ci, il est très ça.
Ouais.
Lui, il est très... fait qu'on a tous quelque chose. Là. Fait qu'il n'y a personne qui est normal rendu là. C'est quoi être normal?
Ben, qu'est-ce que la
C'est quoi
norme.
être normal?
Ben, ce que je te dis, c'est qu'est-ce que
Ouais.
la norme est.
C'est quoi la norme?
Pas être autiste.
C'est quoi?
Ben, si je viens de te dire, c'est pas
Mais
être
dis-moi,
autiste.
c'est quoi la norme d'être quelque
Ben,
chose? Comme
ben-
un humain normal, c'est quoi?
C'est qu'est-ce que la norme est.
Mais dis-moi, c'est quoi la
Ok,
norme?
mais laisse-moi te le dire.
Explique-moi-les.
De un, pas être autiste, parce qu'il y a plus de monde pas autiste que de monde
OK,
autiste.
mais explique-moi, c'est quoi être un humain normal?
Ben, là,
Tu agis comment?
Ben là, à quel point tu veux que je l'explique?
Explique-moi, c'est comment tu agis normal quand tu es un humain
Non, mais
normal.
à quel point tu veux que je
C'est ça à
l'explique?
quel point que comme les humains
Non, mais-
ils font plein d'affaires weird. Chaque
Ouais,
humain,
oui.
chaque humain, chacun d'entre nous, là, on fait quelque chose qu'un autre humain fait ça, c'est fucking weird que tu fais ça.
Ouais.
Qu'est-ce qui est normal d'abord?
mais tu réalises qu'il y a des choses normales.
Mais c'est quoi normal?
Ok, fait non, mais comme là,
Explique-moi, c'est
ok,
dis-moi.
mais tu m'interromps chaque fois.
Donne-moi un exemple.
Ok, tu
Go.
vas pas m'interrompre?
Non, go.
Ok, parce que là, tu poses une question tellement comme vaste que ça va prendre juste 2 heures à
Non,
répondre
mais
à ça.
donne-moi des exemples, c'est quoi
Ok,
être normal?
pas être autiste, c'est normal. Pas être un psychopathe, c'est normal parce que la norme, c'est pas des psychopathes. Tu comprends?
Ouais, bro, je pense que c'est impressionné par comment bien du monde fait des affaires fuckées pis t'es même
Non,
pas
je suis
au
pas en
courant.
train de dire ça. Je suis pas en train de dire que le monde fait pas des. Tout le monde fait des shit fucky.
Ouais.
Mais est-ce qu'il y a plus de psychopathes ou il y a moins de psychopathes?
Mais c'est quoi être un psychopathe?
Tuer quelqu'un, tu t'en colles ici.
Ça, c'est un psychopathe?
Ouais.
Ça, c'est la
c'est-
seule
pas,
définition.
non, pas ça, mais ça a rapport
Ok,
avec
mais c'est
psychopathe.
quoi la définition d'être un psychopathe?
Comme, je comprends pas, comme t'essaies trop de comme aller.
Non, je fais juste
dans-
dire qu'on est tous pas normaux.
Non,
c'est juste ça que je t'en
non,
dire.
non, mais oui, mais en même temps, c'est comme non. C'est comme
Ben,
c'est too much, qu'est-ce que tu dis?
On fait tout quelque chose.
Ouais.
Toi, tu fais des choses qu'un autre humain ferait ça, c'est fucking gelé
Ok.
que tu fais ça.
Est-ce que les.
le monde.
Ok, oui.
Bon, fait que c'est quoi
ok,
être normal?
parfait. Est-ce que moi, je suis autant weird, comme sûr que je fais des choses weird, est-ce que c'est autant weird que Ed Gein? Il prend des corps, il fait des.
Non, il y a des. Il
y a un spectre. Il y a comme des niveaux de weird.
Il y a des intensités, mais on est tous weird.
Puis là, je te demande, pourquoi qu'est-ce que Ed Gein fait, c'est plus weird que moi, on va dire que je fais quelque chose de weird? Parce que c'est plus. Il y a moins de monde qui fait ça que qu'est-ce que moi je fais.
Non, je comprends, mais je veux juste dire qu'on est tous pas normal.
Non. Oui, puis non, genre. Tu comprends?
On peut agree to disagree. Là. Moi,
Non, je sais.
Ça n'existe pas être normal. Il n'y a pas de normal. Comme si tu savais.
Ça
Comme...
dépend comment tu le vois.
Mais je sais pas c'est quoi être normal. Je sais pas ça veut dire quoi être normal.
Non, je comprends que lui.
C'est quoi être normal comme.
Ok. Ça roule-tu? Tu peux actually rouler. Non, mais garde-le, actually, c'est du bon contenu. Là. Tu peux actually le garder. Là. Non, mais c'est ça, je veux dire, normal, c'est quelque chose, comme je t'ai dit, si quelqu'un tue quelqu'un, c'est un peu moins normal de le tuer pour avoir de remorse. Quelqu'un d'autre fait quelque chose d'autre de weird, comme.
Mais
je sais pas quoi.
comme essaye de me décrire rapidement c'est quoi être normal.
Ben, c'est. Ok, avoir du compassion, avoir plein de. Comme c'est juste maintenant, tu mets quelque chose dans le spot que c'est comme. Pas que c'est dur à décrire, mais c'est juste.
Ben, tu vois, c'est comme il n'y a pas de définition en normal. De toute façon, on fait toutes des
Non, mais
affaires différentes.
le mot normal vient de norme. Parce que c'est la norme qui fait ça.
OK, mais c'est
Fait
quoi
que
la
c'est
norme?
normal.
Mais dis-moi, c'est quoi la norme?
Avoir une job, là, après avoir des enfants, avoir ça, la norme fait ça, fait que c'est normal.
Ok,
mais
fait
s'il y a une société où que avoir une job, c'est pas la norme, c'est pas normal dans cette société-là.
OK, fait quelqu'un qui n'a pas d'enfant n'est pas normal.
Ouais, parce que maintenant, il y a plus de monde qui a d'enfants qui ont pas
Fait que
d'enfants.
t'es pas normal si t'as pas d'enfant.
Ouais, tu fais pas partie de la norme.
Ben, il y a beaucoup de monde qui n'a pas d'enfant, bro. C'est pas...
Évidemment qui n'ont pas d'enfants live, mais ils vont en avoir. Moi, j'en ai pas live,
Ouais,
mais j'en
je
ai
sais,
avoir plus tard.
mais il y en a quand même beaucoup à Star comme il y a de plus en plus de monde qui n'ont pas
Ouais,
d'enfants.
c'est
qu'avant, là.
du plus que 50%.
Fait que, ben, bro, le taux de naissance, c'est comme 1,2 au Canada, là.
OK, mais si t'as un enfant, t'as un enfant.
Non, je sais, mais comme il y a beaucoup de monde à Star qui n'ont juste pas d'enfants, mais qui sont pas normaux.
Non, mais qui n'en ont pas live. Moi, j'en ai pas live, mais j'en
Non,
veux
je
plus tard.
comprends, mais
Puis il y a des fortes chances que je vais en avoir plus
Il y a de
tard.
plus en plus de monde qui n'en auront jamais.
Ouais, OK, mais comment tu as écrit un normal? Fait qu'il n'y a pas de normal.
Non,
fait que le mot
Moi,
vient
c'est
d'où?
pas normal parce que chaque être humain, on est tellement comme on est tellement. Chaque humain est complètement différent. Comme on est 7 milliards d'humains, il n'y a aucun humain comme qui ressemble à un autre humain. On a tout notre bagage, où qu'on est né, les parents qu'on a, les amis qu'on a, notre entourage, notre environnement. Puis en plus, on a des choses que. Tu sais, moi, j'ai des opinions comme, sur quelque chose, sur un sujet. Moi, je pense que ça, quand quelqu'un fait ça, c'est correct. Une autre personne trouve que quand quelqu'un fait ça, c'est vraiment pas correct. Fait que comme. Tu peux pas. On est tous tellement différents, puis tout le monde est tellement unique. Puis il n'y a aucun autre humain qui est pareil comme un autre humain. Mais je trouve que c'est ça qui est beau aussi des humains, c'est qu'on est tous tellement différents. Fait que, comme moi, une affaire que je trouve, comme que les gens font beaucoup. comme surtout dans la société nord-américaine, c'est que comme ils vont dire, OK, ben, ce jeune-là, comme moi, je pense
Mais là, tu labels trop vite. Parce que normal, il y a des choses que, comme oui, là, je comprends ce que tu veux dire, pas de couper, mais je comprends ce que tu veux dire. Normal, moi et toi, on est différents. N'est-ce pas? Très différents.
Ouais.
Mais on est beaucoup plus proches, moi et toi, que moi et Edgine.
Oui.
Parce que lui, il est tellement out of the norm que c'est pour ça que tout le monde dit, c'est pour ça que la société dit socialement, on l'exclut parce que comme c'est trop out of the norm que c'est plus rendu normal.
Mais là, tu prends comme un exemple comme intense. Moi, je pense que 99% des gens, là, on est
je
tous
sais.
pas normal.
Ouais, mais on va dire 95% du monde, en général, on se associe beaucoup plus rapidement entre nous qu'avec quelqu'un d'autre qui fait partie du 5%.
Puis qu'est-ce que je voulais dire, comme c'est que je trouve que tout le monde dit comme OK, lui il est ADHD. Moi, je ne crois pas à ça, ADHD. Lui, il est hyperactif. Lui, il est ici. Puis là, à cette heure, comme Bell Canada dit comme une personne sur 5 a une maladie mentale ou whatever, mais c'est comme on est juste tous différents. C'est pas parce qu'un gars il a de la misère à se focusser en classe que là, lui, est anormal. Il est juste comme ça. Ça ne veut pas dire ou un gars qui est autiste, là, oui, nous, les humains, on a fait comme, OK, on va décrire ça comme quelqu'un qui est autiste, mais c'est juste la manière que son cerveau fonctionne. Ça ne veut pas dire qu'il est comme, il est spécial ou il est différent, non, il est juste comme ça. C'est pas une affaire d'être normal ou pas normal.
Non, la seule différence, c'est qu'avant, on n'avait pas de label pour. Là, c'est juste que live, on a créé plein de labels. Mais ça change pas le fait que ça, tu penses que quand on dit quelqu'un est ADHD, quelqu'un est autiste, on le démonise direct. Non, c'est juste un fait.
Ben, c'est une manière qu'on le label, mais c'est pas comme, on est tous pas normal.
Non, mais ça, je dis, même si on dit, OK, on va dire Magnus Carlsen, plein de monde peut dire qu'il est autiste parce que comme comment il agit socialement ou comme, tu sais, fucking bon aux échecs, comme hyper actif dans les échecs, hyper comme fucking focus. Quelqu'un pourrait dire, OK, il se met un peu autiste. Mais ça veut pas dire nécessairement que c'est mauvais. C'est juste qu'on va dire, il est peut-être souvent fucking bon aux échecs. Mais là, quand ça vient à d'autres affaires comme socialement ou peu importe, je ne connais pas, j'ai plus lu comme exemple, là, il est un peu weird parce qu'il agit pas comme la norme des autres.
On devrait juste te dire, on est tous des humains complètement différents, puis on devrait juste avoir de la tolérance pour tout le monde, puis pas dire comme souvent, comme surtout en Amérique du Nord, là, fucking comme plein de monde prennent des médicaments pour toutes sortes de conditions ou de whatever. Comme j'ai entendu une affaire comme le tiers des gens en Amérique du Nord, ils prennent comme un médicament daily pour X, Y, Z maladie, puis c'est comme. Ben, d'autres, est-ce que c'est peut-être juste une manière que lui y est, genre, pas besoin de comme le médicamenter? Je pense
ça, c'est une autre question, là. Ça, c'est comme un autre sujet. Moi, je pense
peut-être plus dans cette phase-là, où, même quelqu'un qui est autiste, est-ce qu'il prend des médicaments?
Je connais pas assez dans ça.
Pour comme être normal, genre?
Ben, je pense pas que je vais prendre des médicaments pour être plus socialement meilleur.
Ah, je sais pas, man, ils donnent assez de médicaments là, pour plein de gens, man.
Non, c'est ça.
C'est une affaire qui est hidden, bro. Là, comme il y a tellement de monde qui prennent, bro, des médicaments là, comme à tous les jours.
Mais ça, c'est un autre sujet. Ça, je comprends. Ça, je suis d'accord. Que maintenant, prendre des médicaments parce que c'est slightly ADHD, mais là aussi, ça varie. Il y en a qui sont vraiment, vraiment extrêmement ADHD. Il y en a d'autres, c'est comme. Même moi, je suis sûr que j'étais ADHD à certain niveau. À la classe, je m'en collissais tout, puis j'écoutais pas. Fait que c'est souvent que je suis un peu plus ADHD que la fille qui écoutait tout.
Est-ce que t'es ADHD ou c'est juste l'école, c'est pas fait pour toi? Puis là, t'écoutes, tu trouves ça fucking plat. Tandis que tu pourrais faire quelque chose d'autre, puis tu t'es fucking laser focus, puis cette personne-là qui est fucking focus en classe, elle s'était fucking pas se focuser parce qu'elle s'en calisse. Fait que c'est pas une question de. Comme. On est tous juste complètement différents, puis on est tous qui qu'on est, puis c'est pas. Comme moi, c'est peut-être plus sous cet angle-là, comme. Parce que je trouve que comme c'est comme tout le monde a quelque chose. Ah, moi, je fais beaucoup d'anxiété. Ah, moi, je suis ADHD. Moi, j'ai besoin de prendre de vivance à tous les jours, puis j'ai besoin de ça pour focusser. Mais c'est comme, peut-être que toi, tu as un cerveau qui dérape plus, fait qu'il faut juste que tu trouves des manières de travailler. T'as pas besoin de, comme, fucking prendre de. Tu sais, puis tous ces médicaments-là, c'est comme des amphétamines, man. C'est comme c'est comme de l'ecstasy, de la drogue, là. Comme, t'as pas besoin de prendre ça pour comme être comme slash normal, là. Comme on est tous juste différents. Genre.
Ouais, je sais, mais. Quand tu me dis Edgine, c'est un extrême, oui, mais il y a d'autres extrêmes moins pires que lui, mais ça reste quand même des extrêmes.
Ouais,
fait comme, c'est sûr qu'on est pas tous normaux, genre.
On est tous complètement différents.
Non, parce que oui, on est tous complètement différents, mais on n'est pas tous nécessairement normaux.
Une personne est normale.
Oui, mais il y en a d'autres plus que. Il y en a qui sont plus que d'autres.
Mais tu penserais, puis là, après ça, bro, comme tu te rends compte que lui, dans son temps personnel, comme il check de la pornographie juvénile, tu le sais pas, là, tu sais.
Non,
comme,
oui, ça c'est oui.
Tu pourrais voir un gars qui s'appelle John Smith, qui travaille un job full normal, 9 à 5, il y a une femme, il y a des kids, puis il fait des shit fucking fucked up dans son temps libre, tu sais, t'as aucune idée, là. Fait comme, est-ce que ça c'est pas normal, là? Fuck all normal, là? Fait comme, il y a pas, comme... Puis les humains, ils sont plus weird que, comme...
Oui.
Qu'est-ce qu'on pense d'habitude?
Je
Même, mettons, tu penses comme à des hommes d'affaires qui sont full successful, mais eux, ils sont prêts à, comme mettons, les compagnies pharmaceutiques, ou que c'est des hommes, mettons, très riches, normal, ben, les autres sont prêts à fucking, comme, donner des médicaments fucking dangereux à du monde juste pour faire de l'argent. Comme ça, c'est fucking dégueulasse. Comme ça, c'est pas normal. Là. C'est pas une activité normale d'être humain. Là.
Mais c'est pas que c'est pas une activité pas normale, c'est juste pas une activité humaine.
Ben, c'est pas comme comme c'est dégueulasse qu'on fait ça, les humains. Là.
Ouais, mais en même temps que comme moi, je sais qu'un petit enfant en Chine a fait ça, là, mais là, maintenant, je vais quand même avoir un iPhone. Là, je sais que c'est pas bon, c'est pas nice qu'il a fait ça, mais d'une façon, je participe à ça, j'aide à ça.
Non, je sais,
comprends parce que je sais que pour moi, à la fin, moi, j'ai été content d'avoir un iPhone. Pour moi, ça va être plus facile, puis tout. Mais là, c'est sûr, s'il y a des enfants là-bas qui travaillent avec 16 heures, puis ils sont payés comme 2$. C'est sûr que moi, d'une façon, je participe à ça, mais comme. Je suis pas Nelson Mandela, tu comprends? Je suis pas fucking maintenant.
Je comprends, là, on va pas commencer à vivre une vie full hipster et réaliste, mais comme ça veut juste dire que comme les humains, comme on fait des affaires, comme mettons, là, je sais que les extraterrestres nous verraient, là, puis nous on pense qu'on a des chiffres, comment checker les gangs de primates, tous les chiffres attardés qu'ils font.
C'est sûr, mais l'affaire, on va dire, comme le businessman qui fait ça, il y a une logique derrière. Il fait ça parce qu'il sait que si, on va dire, il paye un petit enfant de 5-6 ans en Chine 2$ de l'or au lieu de payer 10$, comme ça, il peut avoir une bonne paye. Lui, logiquement, ici, il va faire plus de cash, moi. Fait qu'il y a un raisonnement logique derrière ces shit. Mais Ed Gein, je prends Ed Gein parce que j'ai écouté son documentaire récemment, lui qui coupe un corps, puis là, il prend part furniture.
Dans sa tête,
oui,
il y a une logique.
Dans sa tête à lui, mais à personne d'autre a une logique.
Non, je comprends, mais comme, mettons, là, t'as écouté sur Netflix, sur un documentaire, Painkiller, là, que c'est comme
non,
le monde qui a fait Oxycontin. Ben, dude, c'est comme une famille qui, comme, ils vendaient de l'héroïne. Puis comme aux États-Unis, il y a le FDA, comme qui est comme, qui est comme quelque chose comme qui réglemente les médicaments. Puis comme pendant longtemps, ils refusaient parce que l'FDA était comme dude, c'est de l'héroïne. Là. Puis là, à un moment donné, comme ils ont fucking payé un gars, genre comme des milliers, whatever, ils ont crassé le système de manière pour que ça passe. Puis là, bro, ils ont vendu du Oxycontin à des millions de familles. Puis comme plein de monde sont devenus fucking addictés raides, comme ruiner leur famille, comme le gars devient un fucking drug addict, comme ruiner des, tu sais, je sais pas, mais des milliers de vies, comme rendu là, qui est plus fucké, Ed Gein ou lui?
Non, mais
puis lui, il fait tout ça dans sa tête, il est comme, parce que je fais de l'argent. Mais tabarnak, dude, regarde, qu'est-ce que tu fais, man?
Non, mais oui, OK, c'est là que tu mélanges ces deux affaires complètement différentes. Lui, qu'est-ce qu'il fait? C'est plus normal, mais c'est pas plus gentil.
Je pense pas que c'est plus normal.
Ben oui, parce qu'il y a un raisonnement logique. Lui, ici, à la fin, moi, je vais faire plus de cash.
Oui, mais regarde comme ce que tu fais en échange de juste de l'argent, qui est un esti d'affaires qu'on a inventé, qu'on s'en calisse.
Tu vois pas comment c'est deux choses différentes, genre?
Ben, Ed Gein, lui, qu'est-ce qu'il faisait? Il faisait pas ça. Lui, dans sa tête, il avait un raisonnement fucké. Mais est-ce que toi, tu trouves ça comme... Moi, je suis pas capable de faire des milliards de dollars sachant que je vends une drogue fucking forte à du monde normal puis que je suis en train de ruiner plein de vies. Plein de monde sont en train de devenir fucking addicts, gâcher leur vie, leur mariage, leur famille puis tout.
L'affaire, c'est que beaucoup plus de monde c'est capable de faire ça que l'affaire d'Ed Gein.
Je comprends, mais comme...
Beaucoup plus.
Moi, je trouve que c'est fucking dégueulasse et tout. Là.
Oui, c'est fucking dégueulasse. Mais en même temps, peut-être lui, son raisonnement logique, c'est pas moi qui les force à prendre cette drogue-là. Ce qui est vrai. C'est pas lui qui les force à prendre ça.
Mais...
Lui, c'est juste qu'il a bribe un gars. Le gars, il a pris le bribe parce que lui,
il a bribe des médecins.
Puis il veut pas. Chaque humain est égoïste. Il pense juste à lui. Moi, je vais faire plus de cash. Maintenant, si lui. Qui va faire son Nelson Mandela?
Si t'écoutes le documentaire aussi, ils ont bribé des médecins. Fait que là, le monde allait voir les médecins, dit j'ai mal au dos. Le médecin dit parfait, prends ça. T'es comme fuck, moi l'écouter. Là, tu prends ça, tu deviens addict à cette drogue-là.
Oui, ça, c'est. Ça, qu'est-ce qu'eux ont fait? C'est pas anormal.
Ben, moi,
c'est juste inhumane.
Je trouve ça autant pire, man, qu'un serial killer.
Non, je dis pas que c'est autant pire, mais on va dire. Lui, le gars, qu'est-ce qu'il a fait? Lui qui vendait la ruine, faisait des milliards de dollars. Là. Lui, qu'est-ce qu'il lui a fait? 80% du monde aurait fait pareil. Si ça, sa position. C'est juste qu'il n'est pas à sa position.
Ça te prouve qu'on est zéro normal. Moi, je le ferais pas.
Non, mais.
Je le ferais pas.
Peut-être tu le ferais.
Non, je le ferais pas.
Là, c'est facile à dire parce que t'as pas l'opportunité.
Je dirais pas, OK, on va vendre l'héroïne à du monde normal pour faire fucking plein d'argent, sachant que le monde va devenir addict puis ça va ruiner leur vie.
Non, je sais, mais on n'est pas dans cette position-là pour savoir. Peut-être que c'est vraiment différent quand tu as cette position-là. Quelqu'un te dit, tu vas avoir des milliards de dollars.
C'est juste ça, je veux dire que les humains, on est vraiment plus weird. Comme on fait des affaires que dans nos têtes, on rationalise, on dit que c'est logique, c'est zéro logique.
Mais ça, c'est pas weird.
Moi, je trouve ça fucking comme.
C'est méchant, mais c'est pas weird.
Ouais, catégorise-les comme tu veux, man.
Non, mais c'est ça. Moi, c'est juste ça. Je dis, moi, je pense que c'est deux catégories différentes. Comme Ed Gein, c'est weird. Ça, c'est juste méchant, la pure méchanceté.
Regarde, est-ce que tu penses que, mettons, si tu serais né dans la vie à Ed Gein, tu as vécu tout ce que lui a vécu, puis toutes les situations que lui a vécues, peut-être tu aurais tourné comme lui et tout, man. Tu le sais pas, là.
Ouais, peut-être. Mais comme je te dis en même temps, peut-être toi, c'est la même position que le billionnaire, peut-être tu aurais fait pareil. Bon, puis moi, je pense qu'il y a plus de chances que plus de monde, ils font qu'est-ce que le billionnaire fait que qu'est-ce que Ed Gein fait. Parce qu'à un moment donné,
Juste dire qu'on est tous, on peut tout être comme, on peut tout être Hitler, on peut tout être l'homme comme le plus méchant ou l'homme le plus gentil, dépendamment. Comme personne n'est à l'abri de ça.
Oui, mais il y a aussi, il y a nature, mais il y a aussi, il y a nurture, mais il y a aussi nature. Tu comprends?
C'est sûr, mais on peut tout...
Ouais, tu sais, comment il s'appelle le fucking, le plus gros criminel américain tous les temps, là? L'Irish American. Whitey Bulger. Lui, son frère, il tient un frère, lui, Whitey Bulger. Ils ont grandi avec la même famille, dans la même maison, tout. Son frère, c'est un US Senator, fucking gentil, une bonne job. Puis Whitey Bulger, le plus gros criminel américain de tous les temps, puis le plus notorious de tous les temps. Lui, il a littéralement strangle une escorte, puis il est allé dormir 10 ans après. Il a strangle à mort, puis il est allé dormir comme si rien n'était. Fait comme, tu sais, les deux ont le même nurture, mais ils n'ont pas le même nature. Fait qu'on peut end up pareil.
Non, c'est sûr, on a toute notre personnalité quand on est, mais on est tous des humains weird, man. On peut tous être très weird.
Oui, mais il y a des niveaux de weird.
Ouais, il y a des niveaux de weird, mais on peut tous atteindre ces niveaux-là. On peut tous les atteindre, moi, je pense. Comme personne n'est à l'abri de ça. Comme...
Non, moi, je pense qu'il y a aussi...
Personne n'est à l'abri de ça.
Non, je pense qu'il y a aussi comme comment t'es né.
C'est sûr.
Peut-être si j'aurais grandi pareil comme Edgine, peut-être que j'aurais pas été comme lui. Oui, ça m'aurait plus fucké que ce que je suis live. J'aurais été encore plus fucked up. Mais pas autant que lui, parce qu'on n'a pas le même nature.
Ouais, mais
tu comprends?
Peut-être tu aurais pu être plus fucked up d'une autre manière, pas faire ce que lui fait, mais faire une autre affaire fucking fucked up.
Ouais, ou peut-être pas. Ou peut-être j'aurais pu grandir et dire yo, j'ai grandi dans une famille fucked up, mais là, laisse-moi avoir une famille puis avoir la meilleure famille possible. Tu comprends? Comme ça dépend aussi. Il y a beaucoup de situations différentes. Mais c'est sûr que comment tu labels les affaires, c'est sûr qu'il y a une différence. Comment on label tout. OK, shall we speak about football?
OK, go.
OK. Recently, football. Did you watch Barca versus Chelsea?
No, I didn't.
Jesus Christ. Barca, man. 3-0 they lost against Chelsea. It literally could have been 6-0 if it wasn't for offside. But hey, offside, that's thanks to Barca because they played offside trap. So, of course, that's thanks to Barca. But still, man, Estevao, Willian, Cole Palmer wasn't there. Enzo Fernandez, they played. And Cucurella shut down Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal was nowhere to be found. And, Chelsea just destroyed Barca, man. This is, like, Barca are playing good, but I feel like last year they were playing better than now. I don't know why. I just feel like from results and from everything that I'm seeing, I feel like they were playing better last year. And I don't know if they're going to play better this year or next year. Probably because they're still young players. But Chelsea, like, it was pure domination. Araujo did, like, a stupid foul. He got a red card. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. What is he doing? Kubarsi is lacking speed. Pedro Neto, he was against Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto just kicked the ball in front and he was behind him. And he just purely destroyed him with speed. Lamine Yamal, that game still remains one of the best players, but that game he wasn't there, nowhere to be found. And I mean, Chelsea, man, Chelsea are really, really better than what I thought. Against that Barca game, man, what I saw, man, huge difference, man.
I still think it's too early in the season to say anything because look, in the beginning of the season, Liverpool were on fire. They're not that good anymore. So I think like that's UCL group stage doesn't mean nothing. Mm-hmm. That's the way I see it. Like,
but you cannot say it means nothing. Still means a lot.
I don't think like when we're gonna talk about it and yet like at the end of the year, like look, last time this year we were talking Cole Palmer is gonna win the Ballon d'Or. He's the best player, and then
I never said that. I never said Cole Palmer is gonna win.
Okay, the Ballon d'Or. Never said that, but it's just too early in the season to like I'm not ready to say that Chelsea is better than Barcelona, even if they won 3-0 in a group stage match. Like it's a group stage match in the UCL. Like it needs to get higher stakes and. Like throughout a full long season, then you can properly assess how a team was. Because let's say like in November last year, if I would have told you PSG is going to destroy everything, no one would have believed me, and it happened. So It's still too early. Like Chelsea are playing good, they have good young players. They beat Barcelona 3-0, but at the end of the year, who's going to be better? I think there's still a better chance. Also,
throughout history, what happened last season? Throughout history, that's not the norm. It happens way more time. If a team is good in the beginning, it's going to be good the entire year. That's way more average.
Like Liverpool,
that happened once last season.
But this season too, they won their first 6 matches.
First 3 matches.
Or first 5. They were like 5-0-0.
Yeah, but they weren't. Yeah, in the beginning, yeah. But that's not the average. In general, that's not what happens. That's like in general, if the team starts well, it's going to finish well. In general, that's how it is.
But are you ready to say now that Chelsea's going to have a better season than Barcelona?
No, I never said that. I just said this game, what happened, Barca got destroyed.
I didn't watch the game.
They got destroyed. And that's a fact.
You can get destroyed a game. That happens.
Yeah, no, and I mean, they lost against Real Madrid. Last season, that's not what happened with Barca. Last season, they destroyed Real Madrid.
But I mean, they lost 2-1, and it was,
Yeah.
like it was
Real Madrid
tight.
played
It
better.
wasn't
No,
a
they
domination.
Well, it depends on how you see, but in my opinion, they played better. They were better, in my opinion, Real Madrid than Barcelona. So I just feel like, I mean, I think they're going to be still like one of the greatest teams. They still have winning Champions League chances, but they still lost 3-0 to Chelsea, man.
I didn't watch the game. I don't know what to tell
Yeah.
you. If I would have watched it, I could have tell you more. But and for me, it's group stages. Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I understand you saying no, it doesn't mean anything, but to a certain degree, like means a little bit.
I guess every match means something. Like, but at the end of the day, when it's gonna get like to the knockout stage, quarterfinal, semifinal, then it's gonna start meaning more than now, because now, like, I feel like UCL, the group stage is a little bit like it's like a snooze fest because there's too many teams now. Like there's like always Chelsea or like good teams versus a team like no one gives a shit about.
Yeah, but this was Barca Chelsea.
No, I know, but I feel like I don't know if players like they really play 100%.
Oh yeah, they play 100%. Yeah, they're always gonna play 100%. If it's Champions League group stage, whatever, even when it's friendly games, they play like 95%. So they always play.
Maybe Chelsea will have a better season. I don't know, man.
Maybe, yeah, but no, I'm just talking about that game, that specific game, because it happened 2 days ago. That specific game, man. But they did play home, and it happens. They didn't play their best. But Lamine Yamal, ever since he broke up with his girlfriend, he's playing again amazingly. I don't know what happened, but he's back. He's playing good. Just this game, he wasn't playing good. But now, if I talk about that game, I was like, yo, what the fuck is it? And like the defense was crumbling. Araujo was shit. Frankie De Jong wasn't the best. Rafinha, respect to Rafinha, he's always fighting for the team. Always running, defending, fighting for the team. I think Lamine Yamal was like the best rated at Barcelona, so I mean, I cannot blame him too much. But if he was the best rated at Barcelona, that just shows like the rest of the team how badly they played.
You can have off nights when that happens.
Yeah,
to
of
everyone.
course. Yeah. It's just you gotta watch out because like I understand it's only one game, but so is the semifinals. It's only 2 games, right? So what happened last season? They lost against Inter.
Yeah.
And last season, Inter weren't better than Barca. They weren't. But you still have to win that game.
But that happens in sports all the time. Like
that's what I'm saying. So you cannot say, oh, it's only one game. Who cares if we play badly one game? It's only one game. Yeah, but if it's an important game like semifinals, then you're out of the tournament. Yeah. So there's
always surprise. Like there's gonna be a lot of surprise by the end of this year. Like
of course, yeah. Which
like
is normal.
look, who's gonna win the Ballon d'Or this year? Who's the favorite now?
I think Mbappe.
Do you think he's gonna win by the end of the year?
Well, he has big chances. He always has big chances.
Yeah,
Mbappe,
but I feel like it's gonna be a guy that like gets a hot streak and wins it like this year.
No, the guy who's gonna win it depends on the World Cup.
Oh, there's a good chance.
Yeah.
The best player on the best team in the World Cup.
Always. Whenever there's the World Cup, it influences the Ballon d'Or like 80%.
It's by far the biggest tournament and the like the best matches, and like I can't wait for this World Cup, man. It's gonna be fucking awesome, and I'm gonna been moved to my new placement, and I just bought because right now it's Black Friday, so I bought like a huge TV with fucking like good quality and a soundbar, man. So all the games are gonna be on my placement. It's gonna be crazy, man.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but like I said, every Ballon d'Or, when it's Ballon d'Ors for that year, when there's a World Cup, it weighs heavily. Like when you look at past times, 2022 they gave it to Messi. 2018 they gave it to Modric because Modric was by far the best player at the World Cup. 2014 they gave it to Ronaldo because it should have been Messi, but hey, okay, they gave it to Ronaldo. But 2010 they gave it to Messi, but Iniesta was second, Xavi was third because of what they did with Spain, and then the list goes on because it's always been like that. When a team plays, like 2006 Italy, they gave it to Cannavaro, the Ballon d'Or, because Cannavaro was the best player at Italy.
Yeah.
2002 Brazil, Ronaldo Fenomeno, and Zidane 98. So of course it depends. This World Cup,
it starts like end of June, huh?
No, 11th of June.
11th of June.
Until the 16th of July.
But now there's a lot of more teams than before, right?
There's
Cape Verde and so.
Yeah, they added more. Normally it's 32 teams, but now there's like 48 teams.
Did Italy qualify or no?
I don't think they qualified.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So but 2 World Cups in a row they didn't qualify.
But that's stupid because they should give more places to European teams than the Latin American teams.
And more than because they have the most places.
No, it was like it still wasn't enough. Like they gave out because it's not normal that Cape Verde is there.
No,
Haiti is there.
Who gives a shit? Sorry to Haiti and Cape Verde, but no one wants to watch those matches.
That's what I'm saying.
No one wants to watch.
Only people from those countries.
Caribbean should be one team.
That's what I'm saying.
Should be one team for the Caribbean.
That's what I'm saying. Like the proportions were still more in favor of Europe and Latin America, but still, in my opinion, it wasn't enough. In my opinion, it should only be 32 teams. 48 or 50 as it is right now, that's way too much. And this is the first World Cup we're doing this. Normally it's 32 teams. That's why then it's the round of 16 because half of teams go out and then the rest half.
How's it going to work now? With how many? 48?
Now it's like 48, I think, something of that sort.
How's it going to work?
I don't know. They're like going to eliminate more teams, more group stages.
More matches in the group stages?
I don't think so. I think
it's going to be round of 16 and quarterfinals.
Yeah. I think it's going to be more groups, but less teams make past because only 16 teams can go past.
So there's going to be 32 teams eliminated.
Yeah. It has to because there's a round of 16.
I don't understand how is it going to work.
No, the reason they put more national teams so more people watch it, but you don't have to because even if you only put 32 teams, the entire world's going to watch the World Cup. Everyone watches the fucking World Cup. It's the biggest fucking event in the world. So, but I hate that he added more teams because now you're going to have games Cape Verde against Haiti.
Cape Verde and Haiti are going to watch it. No
even their fans are gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
No,
like,
they're gonna watch the fuck out of it.
Yeah,
they're gonna be happy.
But they're not gonna be as happy as to watch Argentina versus France. Because that's a good fucking ass match.
Need to have people,
that's a
people
good,
in Haiti or Cape Verde.
Yeah, if you're a real football fan like me, if I have the choice between watching Serbia against Canada or watching Argentina against Brazil, I'm choosing Argentina against Brazil. Why? Because the level of football will be better. Serbia, Canada, yeah, I'm Canadian, Serbian. The level of football will be shit. So, of course, I know that whoever wins is going to be shit. Who cares? But Argentina, Brazil, who wins matters a lot. If he doesn't play well, he's not going to win because both of them have high chances of winning. That's why it's more interesting. I'm
excited for the World Cup, man. Fuck,
the World Cup.
The best, man.
It's by far
the best tournament. Like, you remember last World Cup, man?
Yeah.
Like, it's like almost...
But it's not going to be like that World Cup.
But when the World Cup...
nothing's going to be like that World Cup.
When the World Cup comes, it almost feels like magical.
Yeah,
it's like magical.
Yeah, because it's the biggest event in the world.
Bro, because, like, when it starts, it's like there's like an aura to it. There's a crazy aura to it.
Yeah, because it's the big... Yeah, I'm telling you.
Bro, like when you watch the match, like, fuck, like, it's the World Cup, man. Like, it's the best, man. There's nothing like the World Cup, man. It's like magical almost. Like, when you watch it, it's like mesmerizing, man. You can't stop
it is magical because it's the biggest event in the world. Like, by far the biggest. Like 5 billion people watch it across the world.
It's crazy,
like 8 billion people.
Biggest.
The 2022 World Cup final was the most watched game in the world of all time. It's like
crazy,
it's the biggest event.
But
I don't see 2026 being as cool as 2022 because there's gonna be Messi and Ronaldo, but it's not the same Messi Ronaldo. And now the players, amazing players, but it's not like in 2022 or before, man.
You know what? I think because it's in the States. And I know, like, we already had this discussion. I know in the States, like, football is not the biggest sport.
Yeah.
But in the States, they have the biggest,
media.
like, marketing and media machine in the world.
Yeah.
Like, look, like, if something is trending in the States, it's going to be trending in the whole world. Because everyone watches what the States does. But just the fact that the games and the media and the attention and the marketing and the social media, I think it's going to be insane. I think it's going to grow the sport a lot in North America.
No, it's not going to do shit. Because like I said, because there was once a World Cup before in America. It's not the first time.
It's not like now, like the media and everything.
Yeah, but still, like I understand when you say that American media is the best media in the world, not for football. The best football media in the world is English media, with Serie A, with all those guys.
I understand,
CBS Sports, whatever. They have the best media for football.
Look,
because they have the best knowledge.
We're going to see in 6-7 months. I think it's going to be an insane World Cup just because of that. Just because of like all the hype in the media and the marketing and all that.
But that's like every World Cup.
No, but I think like this, I think it's going to be, we'll see. I think it's going to be more like, because, you know, like last World Cup in Qatar, like, I don't know, man. Like, it felt a little bit weird that it was in Qatar. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's a weird country.
Weird.
It's not that it's a weird country. It's just it's a country where not many people live. Yeah,
it's like...
I understand. But still, okay,
but you know, like
one thing's for sure. Having a World Cup in America or having it in Brazil, the atmosphere in Brazil is way, way bigger than in America.
I know, but in America, like all the stadiums like are fucking like in Atlanta and in New Orleans. It's like fucking humongous
but it's like Brazil.
Stadiums.
It's like Brazil.
But there's only
no, every stadium in Brazil is crazy. They love football more than anything.
I know, but only like in Rio, not in like fucking Guadalajara or whatever the fucking...
In Sao Paulo, all these big cities, they have crazy stadiums, Brazil.
I know, but like, we'll see in 6-7 months. We'll see who was right. I think it's going to be an insane World Cup just because of that.
No, who was right? Are you asking about if it's going to be popular during the World Cup or even after?
I think it's going to be like a very big World Cup just because it's in America.
Yeah, but like every World
because
Cup.
The media and I think it's going to be more than like Russia, Qatar. What was in 2014?
Brazil.
In Brazil. fuck, it might be even bigger than when it was in Brazil, I think, because the money, the media and everything, all the talk shows, all the podcasts, all the, like in Brazil, it's a poor country. Like there's not a lot of like, we went to even in Rio de Janeiro, it's the like the biggest city in Brazil. It's not like the States, man. It's fucking everything is on steroids in the States.
I know, it's just that we don't know much about Brazil. But Brazil, they have like big podcasts and everything also. It's just we don't know about their entertainment.
Of course. They're 200 million people. It's not as like
big as America,
like
of course.
America has the resources to fucking pump the shit out of it, you know? Like they have the media, like all of the biggest movies and songs, it's all from America. So they know how to do entertainment.
No, of course. I'm not saying that.
It's going to be like the most entertaining, I think, to watch it and everything. Like,
no, I don't think because Messi and Ronaldo are not going to be there, so I don't think so.
I think it's still going to be fucking insane.
No, because every World Cup is insane. It's not a question of if the World Cup is going to be insane. Every World Cup is insane. But because Messi isn't there at his prime, Ronaldo isn't there at his prime, it's not going to be as big as these before. Maybe it's going to be, depends how we see it. Maybe because you're talking about media. Maybe because you feel like Stephen A. Smith's going to talk about it.
No, I feel
Travis Kelce's going to talk about it.
The production, because there's all a production and like, there's all like and they have more money and more production and more cameras and more like drone cameras. And so it's going to be the most entertaining to watch. That's what I'm saying.
And also because it's 2026. So we have
2026, and also it's in America. America, it's the fucking capital of the world of entertainment.
That I don't really disagree or agree. But what I'm talking about is not going to change in America anything for soccer. That's what I say.
I think more like even in 2022, I saw like a lot of young guys talking to me about Haaland or Messi, like that, like in Canada, like didn't talk to me of that before. Like it's gonna suscitate more. Like I think more people like right now they said because the Blue Jays went to the finals that there's more young guys, young boys want to play baseball because it's normal. You see, or like if the sport here has a lot of attention, more young like. Boys and girls are going to want to play soccer, I think.
No, of course. The 2026 World Cup is going to be huge.
It's going to grow the sport in the region, I think. It won't be like Europe or South America, but it'll be bigger than what it is right now, I think.
Because right now it's really small in North America.
I know, but it's gonna grow it a little bit.
If it grows, it's going to be really minimum.
Just Messi coming to the MLS grows the sport in North America.
But it doesn't change the culture in North America.
It doesn't change the culture, but it grows the sport. Like it's never going to be bigger than NFL, NBA, or NHL, but it grows the sport. Yeah,
it's going to grow the sport. Yeah, sure, yeah. But like America and Canada are always going to be shit at soccer. I don't care what happens.
The culture,
always going to be shit.
But Canada always going to be the best in hockey, and America also going to be the best in NBA and NFL. Like they cannot be the best in every sport.
That's what I mean. The World Cup coming here for the 1 month and a half that it is going to be here, it's going to be crazy. Of course,
it's going to generate the most views on social, way more than Qatar.
Yeah, that may be. Yeah,
that's
that may
what I'm saying in America.
What I'm saying is the day the World Cup ends, the following day, no one's going to give a fuck about soccer in America.
Okay, but while it's happening, it's going to generate way more clicks and views than Qatar.
Yeah, that may be. That may be. That also 2026 and also America. That, of course, I agree. But my point is,
2030 won't be as big as 2026. Because it's going to be
So you think 2026 is going to be by far the biggest of all time?
Not by far the biggest, but I think just because of the fact that it's in America.
So you think it's going to be the biggest of all time? So you think there's no place on planet Earth where a World Cup could be played for media attention better than America?
Maybe only England. I don't think France or Spain maybe England, France, Spain, maybe the only places because they have money and they have big stadiums.
But are you talking about social media or how the atmosphere is going to be in the country? Because if I talk about social media and cameras, like I said, cameras everywhere, drones, whatever, then maybe America. But the vibe, it's not going to be the same as it was in Brazil. Because in Brazil, everyone was not sleeping because it's in their culture so much. But here in America, it's going to be like, I'm Leo Messi. Who the fuck is Leo Messi? I'm Tom Brady. Like, I'm sleeping time. I'm not going to stay awake to watch this game. I don't give a fuck. There's going to be a lot of that. But in Brazil, it was everyone's outside, everyone's partying because it's the World Cup.
There's a lot of immigrants in the United States, man. I know.
Yeah, but the immigrants here aren't necessarily as passionate about football as Brazilians. Because the immigrants Americans get, it's like Mexicans and Salvadorians, whatever. They're not into football as much as, it's not only immigration, it's also where the immigration comes from. Let's say Canada, we have a lot of Indians, right? In India, they didn't give a fuck about soccer. Here, they're not going to give a fuck about soccer, right? So that's what I mean. It's not only that. It's also, I feel like maybe media cameras, because all the, like, Speed's going to be there, right? The streamer, like, who fucking, I don't know why he loves soccer so much. He probably because it gets him a lot of clicks and likes. But he's gonna be there. Kai's probably gonna be there. All the LeBron's gonna be there.
Huge. It's gonna be huge.
But in the streets, it's not gonna be the same atmosphere. It's not gonna be as big as it was in Brazil.
Of course not. But I just say like it's gonna be like the biggest. Like when
on social media,
when you're sitting at home and watching TV, it's gonna be the biggest show.
Yeah. On social media and on cameras.
And when you're sitting there watching, like it's gonna be the biggest show. It's
in the
gonna
streets,
be fucking
no.
insane.
In the streets,
no, because they don't care as much. But it's gonna be the best to watch entertainment-wise, more than in 2030 Spain and Morocco. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, but not.
Spain and Morocco. I don't know. Spain.
I think it's
Spain and Morocco. That's really fucking good.
But Spain is Spain more.
Because Spain and Morocco. But also because it's in Spain, everyone else in Europe can easily travel to Spain. And Europeans love football way more than North Americans.
I know, but it won't be like the same production value.
No, production value, no. But I'm talking about atmosphere, human atmosphere on the streets.
Of course,
That's different.
It's going to be bigger.
Yeah, in America, it's going to be the worst human atmosphere on the streets out of all the World Cups. Maybe not Qatar. Maybe Qatar was the worst because over there they have princes and you can't do shit. They have kings, you cannot do shit.
Like you guys couldn't drink beers. In
I know.
That's stupid.
That's stupid. But Brazil was a million times better than what's going to be in America. That's what I mean.
And like the on-site
the real life atmosphere.
Sure, okay.
Yeah, that I'm sorry.
I'm only a guy watching from home.
No,
I think this is going to be insane.
Yeah, I know for you. But let's say when the World Cup was in Brazil, how do you think the Brazilians were?
They were crazy.
Bro, no one loves football more than Brazilians. It's like Brazilians fucking, they bleed and die for football. But in America, of course, I agree that with cameras, social media is going to be the biggest. By far the biggest. That I agree. But on the streets, the atmosphere, the real human atmosphere, like they're not gonna have crazy fans in the stadiums burning shit like Europeans do or Latin Americans. No, I'm not saying it's good.
It's more sophisticated arenas and everything.
I'm not saying it's good, but it shows the passion in a way. I'm not saying it's good, but it shows the passion. So we were talking about, so when we talked about Barca, did you watch any games of the Champions League?
No.
No, you didn't?
Man.
Bayern played against Arsenal. Arsenal, Arsenal, they mastered set pieces, man. Honestly, bro. Like, the only time they were dangerous against Bayern was on set pieces. And they won the game. That was Atletico Madrid. But they won the game, Arsenal, against Bayern. Bayern played amazing with their young player, Carl something, the little guy, white German little guy, really, really good with the ball. He's like offensive midfielder. He's really good. But Arsenal, he plays for Bayern, yeah.
Okay, Carl?
Yeah, something Carl. I forgot his name.
Okay. He's a new up-and-coming player.
Yeah, he's like 18, 17. Yeah, he's really young. He's really, really fucking good. And he's really like, he's like 5'5" at the most, but he's really short. And he was really good. About Arsenal at set pieces.
What's his name?
Something Carl.
Okay.
With a K, yeah. Like I said, Arsenal on set pieces, they really master the art of set pieces. Every fucking corner, every fucking free kick, they're dangerous. Declan Rice putting that ball in. Saka putting the ball in. Every single set piece, they're fucking dangerous. And the only time that they were dangerous against Bayern Munich, this specific game, was during set pieces. Bayern Munich were playing really well, but on set pieces, that's what made Arsenal win. I feel like Arsenal, they mastered set pieces, something that I feel like teams don't really care about. Not that they don't care about set pieces, but they're not going to put as much time into set pieces as into other aspects of the game. But Arsenal, I feel because, Arteta has been coach for like 6 years, and he had good success, but not necessarily the best success. And he feels like, okay, where can I go and like capitalize on, like, where can I micromanage and get the most out of every single aspect? I think he really went into set pieces. Because every time there's a freaking corner or a free kick, there's going to be a fucking goal or something from Arsenal, man. It's crazy. They really mastered the dark arts. That's how they call it. And so that game was real good. Also, Atletico Madrid, Inter Milan, man. Inter, like, both teams are similar. They lay back on defense and then they just like play on counter attacks. That's why Atletico Madrid and Inter Milan that game was. But Inter Milan were playing really well. I was surprised that they were so offensive probably because they were playing against Atletico Madrid, so they could. Like, if they played against Barca, they couldn't because Barca are way more technical in the middle of the pitch. But since they played against Atletico Madrid, it was a really good game. Inter were going crazy, but Atletico Madrid won at the last minute. They scored like a last-minute goal, and Diego Simeone was going crazy. But Atletico Madrid, man, it's like, yeah, they won, but the way they won, bro, is because they defend the entire game. They just defend, and then counter-attack, and they score a goal.
Italy has 4 World Cups doing that, bro.
I know, but I hate that style.
It's a style that works, man.
Yeah.
Like Floyd Mayweather, he has 49 wins, 0 losses doing shit like that. So
yeah, but in football it's a bit different.
It's boring to watch,
yeah.
Because or look like even
in boxing,
to some extent like Islam Makhachev, or like Khamzat, like that's like a it's boring, but like
It works.
Yeah, like Atletico Madrid, they do that. Italy, they do that. Like it's like
yeah.
a way of winning. It's not flashy, but
Yeah.
it's not like Brazilian way of winning. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, or even Argentinian in the World Cup.
Yeah.
But what I mean is, like, I don't know boxing enough to know if that's the best style, Mayweather style, defense, counterpunch, defense, counterpunch. It's certainly really a good style, but also he mastered that style. So it's not only him doing that style, it's also him being a fucking master of that style.
Terence Crawford, he doesn't fight like that. And the way he fights it's a
Muhammad Ali
way.
didn't fight like that. Mike Tyson didn't fight like that.
It's just if you're very good and like Atletico Madrid, like why would they try doing something else if they're fucking good at
No, of course. No, I agree. And they won.
And that's the culture of the team and that's the way they play.
And they won. Yeah, I'm just saying it's fucking boring. It's boring as fuck. Yeah. And like it or not, in football, I know football a lot. In football, that's not the best style. The best style is always going to be technical with the ball. Technical, tactical, tiki-taka, moving the ball around and attacking. And football, the best defense is attack. From what I saw, from what I know, the best defense is attack. Because the more you lay on your third, the more you defend, the more the other team has the ball. The more the other team has the ball, the more chances they have of creating something and scoring in football. So that's why in football, in my opinion, Lucha Enrique's style is the best style. It's the most dangerous style.
You can have that argument for MMA. Like right now, like you look at, let's say, Islam Makhachev and Khamzat Chimaev. They're so good at wrestling. They just take you down and hold you down there. I feel like it's a little bit like the same thing. You're just doing like the safe thing to win. Because not attacking or defending is like safe. You're not taking chances. And like... they like when they make a mistake, then you pounce and you score a goal. Like I feel like it's just a safe way. It's a safer way of doing sports and winning.
Yeah, that's for sure a safer way. But I feel like because I think I saw somewhere that in the UFC,
attack a lot, you may be exposed like to getting a.
Not in football though. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, it can happen in football, but less than in I feel like in martial arts because I saw somewhere saying that out of all the UFC history, the style of fighting that had the most champions was wrestling. But in football, that's not the case. Like, yes, we have Italy, whatever. But if you take the globality of trophy winners, clubs, or national teams, it's mostly good with the ball and attacking. It's mostly that. Yeah, in football. So, but I know I saw in the UFC, like, BJJ wrestling was like 67. And the second, I think, was kickboxing. I think kickboxing was the second with like 27. It was like a huge difference between wrestlers and kickboxing. And I asked Tommy Morrison, I'm like, there's this like huge debate between martial artists. Oh, BJJ and wrestling, which one's more dominant? And he told me that it's like wrestling by far, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Is he control the other guy?
Yeah, and he told me like you literally take him and you dictate the tempo and you dictate where the fight is going because you put him on the floor and then the fight's on the floor.
Yeah.
And he told me
you control him.
And he's a big wrestler, Tommy Morrison. Shout out. He's a really, like, when I saw him fight, he's a really big wrestler. He relies most on wrestling. So that's why I know, like, there's always been a debate. What's the main difference between wrestling and BJJ? I feel like wrestling is more attacking.
Oh, wrestling is like on the feet, and once you take him down and you put him on his back, then you like get points.
Okay.
So like if you look at like a wrestling match, both guys are up, and if you take him down and you hold him down, let's say, like then you win and they reset.
Mm-hmm.
But BJJ, it never finishes. The first one who gets a submission on the ground, and it's always on the ground.
No, but what differs in the style?
Like,
I feel like
both are very technical, man. Like even wrestling, it doesn't look like it, but like there's a lot of fucking technique in wrestling. Mm. It doesn't look like it. It looks like more like prime
animals,
like animals going to fight.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of technique in wrestling.
Yeah.
Like I did a couple of wrestling classes, and it's technique as fuck, man.
Yeah,
There's a lot of technique, like a lot. It's not just like a primate,
But I feel like wrestling, yes, there's a lot of technique, but I feel like it's the most, like, it's not primate, but I feel like it's the most primate.
It's the most animal.
Out of all, I'm not saying it's animal, but out of all these other styles, it's the most animal, right?
But it's the most, toughest and the most, like when you wrestle, man, when you do BJJ or when you do kickboxing, you can, chill sometimes.
Yeah, of course.
But in wrestling, there's not 1 second of chilling out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's constant, fucking aggression from both sides. You cannot just chill.
Mm-hmm.
Like in BJJ, you can hold him, chill. Kickboxing, keep him far, chill. You can't. In wrestling, there's no chilling.
Yeah.
You do a wrestling match, you're going to war.
Rapproche un peu du mic.
Okay.
Je pense que m'a texté.
Speak into your mic.
Speak into your mic. What was I talking? What did I want to say? Yeah, I feel like out of all these martial arts, like wrestling would be the easiest for a human to excel in, for an amateur to excel in. Out of all these martial arts, I feel like Wrestling is the
Karate.
least. Well, I don't
Karate.
consider karate a martial art. Right? I feel like that's a joke. Is karate a real martial
You
art?
can do karate like the George St.
Do
Pierre.
they hit like this?
No. There's like karate. Like if you watch Karate Combat, bro, it's fucking insane, bro. It's like fucking ninjas fighting.
Really?
Yeah, but like, and there's the karate that small kids do.
Is
But
okay?
it's not that. That's like. But there's like a real crazy ass karate that exists.
Is karate effective on the streets?
Bro, if you find like a real karate black belt that does the real karate, bro, he'll destroy you.
Yeah, someone who doesn't know how to fight. But what would you say is the most effective on the street?
If you're a crazy kickboxer or a crazy wrestler, because if you're a crazy kickboxer, you can punch and kick the shit out of him.
I always felt like it was those two, but I feel like wrestler is more because you can punch, but if I just grab you, I put you down, it's over. It's gonna be a boring ass street fight because it's more interesting to see
But usually
punches
street
and
fight,
kicks.
There's a couple of punches landed and it wrestles.
Yeah.
I've
I've
never seen like a 2-minute match. It's
never.
15 seconds.
7 years of working in nightclubs. I've never seen a fight for more than 5 punches in total.
Yeah, that's it.
If there's 2 people, I'm giving 6, so 3 punches each. Oh, even that's a lot.
Yeah, even
Six-
that's a
six-
crazy fight. And they're fucking like they're fucking
Hey,
burned
well,
after
tabarnak is listen, viens dehors, mais personne ne va dehors. And I feel like a street fight, if it's only 2 people, not like 5 against 3, whatever. If it's only 2 people, if you see more than a total of 6 punches, that's
like,
maybe a
more
world
than
record.
6, but it's never more than like a minute.
Did you see more than 6 punches between 2 people?
Like maybe if a guy like he drills him, I
Yeah,
never saw like he does a couple of quick
I
fast
saw
ones,
that.
but
Yeah.
I never saw like a fight that's more than like I say maybe not even 30 seconds.
Did you ever see a street fight at at bars, nightclubs, where it's not punch, grab, punch in the grab?
Yeah. That's
Did you ever
classic.
see punch? Okay, I get off, and
Of
then
course not. It's never like, but I had like when I did a little bit of wrestling classes, the coach was like a Russian guy,
yeah, okay.
and he told me when he was in Dagestan, he saw like 2 guys like fighting on the street, like I don't know, like a traffic jam or whatever. And when they start fighting, like
Legit?
like MMA guys.
Okay, yeah.
Like the guy shot for a double, the guy was
Yeah.
defending, like, and they were fighting, like, because over there everyone does that sport.
Yeah.
It wasn't like here, like no one knows how to fight. Like only
Mm-hmm.
like the guys who train knows how to fight. But over there, everyone does it. So he told me like two normal guys started fighting like legit, like with
Yeah.
skills and
And
everything.
he was surprised because
Yeah,
here
yeah.
it's only drunk people who punch 2-3 times then grab the other guy.
Exactly.
But it's also when I went to Serbia to visit our cousins, they told me that in school they learned the minimum of fighting. Because he told me a story once when he was with a gypsy, with a bigger, taller, older gypsy, and he got all angry and he wanted to punch him. But since that guy was maybe like 22, 23, since at school, not outside school, but at school, he learned like basic stuff, how to block a punch, how to punch back, whatever. He blocked the gypsy's punch and he punched him back and he could have left. But in Canada, in North America, no school in North America is it like mandatory to a certain degree to learn a certain basic level of fighting. So, but I'm sure that would be really good.
Of course, yeah. Like me, in my opinion, like any man who has, especially if you have a wife and children, that like you need to be like the man of the family and protect them. Like I think every man in this world will like to know like how to fight. Like in Canada, maybe guys don't care that much because we live in like a safe country, but you never know. Like, why not know? Like I saw once Firaz Zahabi say like he has a lot of kids. Like I would like all my kids to at least be blue belt and striking and grappling. So if whatever happens, they can always live. Like I think every man in this world will like to know like the basic of fighting.
Yeah.
Even if you never use it, you just want to know and be confident that if shit happens, like I'm gonna fuck you up. Like
Yeah, of course.
I think every man would like if it was up to me. Yeah, I would give gym classes every day, like in elementary school and in high school, and I would learn martial arts to all the men. Why not?
It's like Charles Jourdain, you know how he fucks around always on Instagram? He's like, if you put me in prime minister, I'm going to make BJJ classes mandatory for all kids. But like, I understand he's fucking around, but he's probably also serious. Because I feel like also, like when I remember from me in high school, we only had like one educational class, physical, per week.
That's stupid.
That's only 1 hour per week. And I understand that after that I can go, like we were athletes, so we always went to play soccer, whatever. But most kids, like you probably have many friends who they went home and they played video games. And like that didn't help. Like, do you literally need fucking 5 classes of French a week and only one physical? Like, is French really that much more important than physical education when you're a teenager?
Oh, if it was me, I would put one like
Every day
class per day.
It
would be better for everybody.
And especially, when you're a teenager, you're in puberty, so you have like you're always like energy and you always want to move. That would probably also make you a way better student in everything else that you do. But only once per week. I was like, what the fuck? 1 hour per week?
We had that. I remember, like in my high school, once there was a guy who came and he did kung fu. Did you have that guy?
No,
Terrien.
Yeah,
kung fu.
he came
not kung fu. Not kung fu. It's
Krav Maga.
No, not Krav Maga. It's like you kick a lot. Goran.
Taekwondo. Yeah, Taekwondo.
Bro, he came and like we were holding fast and he kicked, bro. Once I was holding it, he kicked me so hard that I hit the wall and I started bleeding from my nose.
What the fuck?
Because he kicked like an animal, bro. But when I was younger, my nose, I was always bleeding from
probably it was
nothing.
like dry and then you just like activated something by hitting your head.
But bro, like he came and we were like, oh, what the fuck, man? He was like, we're all fucking impressed. Like, and that's fucking like, man, like, then you're fucking scared of him. Like, fucking must be a killer, that guy, man.
Taekwondo is only kicking, huh?
Oh, but you kick like a motherfucker.
No, I understand, but it's only
like
kicking.
Those guys, bro, they can like fuck. Like they know how to generate power from kicking like crazy.
Yeah, it's like a Mirko Krokop, right? I saw his left foot, bro. He would knock people the fuck out with like a...
No, Taekwondo is a serious fucking sport, bro. It's a crazy sport a little bit.
But yeah, but isn't it better to learn kickboxing because you learn striking at the same time?
Yeah, man. Like whatever martial art you learn, like even if it's karate, man, and you do a lot of karate, like you'll just be like tougher and just be better for you, man. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, or whatever sport, like I think whatever sport you do, like even if you play hockey, man, like
all sports are beautiful.
If you play football or hockey or whatever, man, or like any sport, it'll just make you a better human being.
Yeah, of course, that's for sure. But I feel like if I would have kids, there would be certain sports I would prefer for my kids to play than others. Like American football, like one of the greatest sports on earth. But the concussions, the head,
it's stupid for that.
It's too much, and also like professional boxers, from these top level boxers, the only one I know who didn't suffer some kind of brain damage after his career is Mayweather, and he's like full on defense. Like you cannot get better defensively.
Still, sometimes he's weird, man. So maybe he has.
Maybe he has, and you cannot be better defensively than him. You cannot get punched less than Floyd Mayweather. It's impossible. He's the greatest defensive boxer of all time. Muhammad Ali, bro, like how he finished, that's sad. Like I understand he's one of the greatest athletes of all time, one of the greatest human beings to ever exist, but still like...
But even these MMA guys are always getting punched in the head, man. That's not good.
You get knocked out, you get choked out.
Not if you're not getting knocked out, it's just you're constantly getting hit in the head. Even if it's not that hard, like you need to do hard sparring, you need to do fights. Like, man, I'm pretty sure a lot of MMA guys are gonna have like... It's just gonna come up more and more, man. And if you have impact to the head, man, that's not good.
It was like American football before, it was way more like, there was this movie with Will Smith.
Yeah,
Concussion. Yeah. Like before it was like the NFL, the commissioner, they all knew about it, but they wanted to keep it hidden because they want to generate more money. They don't want to fuck up the sport. But it was crazy, like what was happening to these players because of concussion and everything, man.
But still now, man, now people are saying like the NFL has gotten like pussy because you watch the NFL, like they barely touch the guy and they say it's a penalty. It's because they try to protect the players the most that they can. But still, like every game, guys get this like a broken leg, concussed, and it's still a very fucking dangerous sport, man. Football, it must be one of the most dangerous sports.
Of course,
football and like you said, like I don't want my kids to play football because it's a lot of like brain damage and it's so unnecessary. Like just for a fucking game at your local high school that no one gives a shit about.
And who's gonna be a professional in the NFL?
For you, it's so important, but like in the whole span of your life, like no one gives a shit about that game.
Nah, and also, like I said, who's gonna end up in the NFL? Like
but
one out of a million.
In the NFL,
no, but then the risk to reward ratio makes a bit more sense than someone else who doesn't have the same risk to reward ratio.
Sure, but it's not everyone that makes crazy money like Patrick Mahomes, Like a lot of guys just play like a couple of years and they get hit in the head like crazy and then they're fucked up for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Like even like Tom Brady or whatever, you need to have a life after sports.
Of course,
like you can only play like...
But I feel like quarterbacks they have it safer than other...
Yeah, sure, but it's still, man, you still get hit a lot, man.
Because what I find fucked up of that sport is when you tackle, you tackle with your head first. Well,
but now it changed.
Now maybe it changed, but when I see Ray Lewis edits, he hits with his head, bro.
Yeah,
he
guys
went crazy.
Being destroyed in that time.
And I'm like, bro, like rugby, it's not dangerous because you don't hit with your head. You just grab the guy and you put him down.
No, it's less dangerous. Right?
Way less dangerous because like you just wrestle him in a way and you put him down.
After a game, you're fucking destroyed, but your head is okay.
Yeah, your head is okay. That's what I mean.
And
that's the most important.
You shouldn't care for the rest. Like a broken leg can fix, but when you start like breaking your mind and injuring your mind, man, that's not funny anymore.
No, and also in that movie, you see how sometimes like minor hits to the head can actually have an impact in your head. You think that it's not, but actually, like I remember, like when I was younger in high school, they showed us a documentary how a soccer player hitting sometimes a ball with his head. When a ball comes, like let's say, you know how defenders sometimes they stand in the goal and a player kicks it and they touch it with their head. But the player kicks the ball fucking hard. Like I can kick the ball hard. Like imagine a professional, he can kick the shit out of that ball and they hit it with their head. Like just that can affect their brain. In a sport like soccer. So imagine a sport like American football, MMA, boxing, like always gotta hurt a lot. There's probably also places in your head where it hurts less, like to your brain than other places, maybe. Like if you punch the side or the jaw or whatever.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But NFL, it's I think it's one of the most dangerous sports.
I think it's the most. I don't know what sport would be more dangerous than the NFL.
Like I think it's by far the sport where there's the most injured guys. Like every game, every game you watch, there's injuries. Every fucking game.
And isn't maybe also like the sport where you can have the shortest career? In general, like the average. Would you say the average is shorter than other sports?
No, I think like every sport, it's way shorter than what you think. I think the NBA, the average career is like 3 years, and the NHL too, like 3 years, because it's not every guy that's the best.
Yeah, let's say like Chad Ochocinco, how many seasons did he play? Like
maybe like, I don't know, 10, 12.
Okay, so you see.
But he's one of the greats.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. So 10, 12, is 10, 12 a lot for a good NFL player?
Yeah.
Okay, but in soccer, that's not a lot.
Yeah, because football is a fucking hard sport.
Yeah, so that's what I meant by like the longevity is different in soccer and in
like in NFL, I think the average career is not long, man.
Because how long did Gronk play? Like not that long, right?
No, man, like 12 years.
Yeah, and he's like the greatest tight end of all time, right?
Yeah, because it's a fucking dangerous sport, and you don't want to play that too long. Even now, like Aaron Donald, which was one of the best defensive players of all time, he quit after 10 years because he said, man, it's too fucking it's too dangerous. Like
that's why
people don't play long. Yeah, because like man, I don't want to fucking go in there and hit all get hit and hit all the time. Like it's
and also what's crazy with players who end up being in the NFL, that means they're really fucking good. And to be really fucking good, you start that sport young, in general, right? Yeah. So ever since he was young, he was getting hit, and I'm pretty sure that getting hit like that when you're 13 isn't the same as when you're 23 because your brain isn't fully developed at 13. And I think you told me, I think it's you who told me that a male's brain finishes developing at the age of 25. Like fully developing. I reached at my birthday at 25. So yeah,
so
it was
now
you.
You're okay now.
Yeah. But that, so probably getting hit in the head.
True, though.
Yeah, so that should be even crazy getting hit in the head at the age of 15, then at the age of like say like 27, 28. Because especially with that.
No, of course. Man.
So now MMA, UFC, what's happening in the UFC? Who's the main guy now? Hamzat? Chimaev?
No, man, like I feel like
Islam,
there's no like they say there's no superstar now.
Is it dying a little bit?
No, not dying. Like I still think viewership is good, but they say like there's no American champion, so that hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's all like foreign guys, and there's no superstar. Like it's all guys from.
What about
like,
Topuria?
Like a little bit, but not that much. He's not there. There's no like big superstar. Like they thought maybe Sean O'Malley. Then fucking Merab Dvalishvili that has zero charisma and like is like boring and just trains like an animal. Now he's like he beat his ass twice. Yeah. But they're like I don't think it's dying. I think it's still like massively growing, but it's just changing. Like the sport changed a lot. Like it's more like guys like that are just humble and train a lot and like because that's more humbler than before.
Yeah, but like that's the thing because I feel like it's really hard in that sport because it's a sport where you have to have so much respect because there's so many things that are at stake. There's so many like dangers. You can literally die playing that sport, fighting. You can literally die. So people like Habib, Islam, whatever, they grow up with a certain mentality that if you weren't to be humble, if you were to be like Conor McGregor, well, you're not going to be as good on the octagon as someone else. So I feel like it's really like not weird, but it's really hard to find a Conor McGregor who's going to be really good in the octagon, and then he's going to have that level of charisma. Because, like, if I'm being honest, out of all these fighters who are really fucking good now from Dagestan, Hamzat, whoever, charisma, Zero, bro. Zero charisma.
Well, look, like let's say like Ian Machado, Gary has charisma, but he's not.
Yeah,
like,
the Irish guy, right?
but he doesn't have 1 million followers.
He has like 1 million.
Like he has
saw
1
him.
million.
Yeah.
That's nothing, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't have as much charisma
Like
as
there's
McGregor
no,
had.
like I think the UFC, it's a bigger like it's like the NFL.
Yeah.
The NFL, the brand is bigger than any player.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's for the UFC. Like the brand UFC is bigger than the fighters.
But Dana White did one hell of a job with the brand.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, bro, because he found like those young males, North American, and like he literally put what they like. You know, like the announcer being loud, music, hot women in the octagon.
That's what I say about American entertainment.
Yeah,
dude.
of course.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that I agree. What I meant was in the real life, atmosphere is not going to be like in Brazil.
No, I understand.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because
Yeah.
like, let's say Dana White.
But
like,
when you watch a UFC event, bro, the production is fucking
oh
clean.
yeah,
Clean
through
as
the roof.
fuck,
Yeah.
man,
But what I mean, like, Dana White's going to be there in the World Cup, right?
Yeah, of course.
Why is he going to be there? Because he loves soccer or because it's fucking
Because
the World
it's
Cup?
hype.
Exactly. So that's mean. But in Brazil, it would be like the president will be there
No,
because.
we don't need to go back.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's the only thing I mean.
I wasn't going back.
That's the only thing I mean.
Yeah.
And also, of course, UFC, it's more like, but I feel like UFC is way more global than before. So even maybe if
It's
you do.
more global because there's fighters coming from everywhere now.
Exactly.
MMA is a much like popular sport than what it was. Like right now, like there's a lot of like you go into gyms and there's kids right now like doing MMA. Like you go to gyms, there's kids that are 15, 16, 17 and that do it like a lot. Before it wasn't that.
Yeah.
Before it was like very like a niche underground, some guys, and before it was just like tough guys. Now it's like nerds. Like, you know, Adesanya is like a little bit of a nerd, and like other guys are like, they like anime. Like
You just have to be good at the sport.
yeah, I know, but before it was more like a tough guy shit. Now it's like everyone does it.
Well, because
It's not tough that anymore doing MMA kind of.
because before it wasn't as like it was more like
Underground.
it wasn't as developed as it is right now, skill wise.
Yeah.
It was more like, you know how before they brought like not Randy Couture, but you know Rampage, whoever. They just went there and they were just going crazy. Like that's the only thing. Yeah, it was only like fucking just knock him out. I don't know how, just knock him the fuck out. But I feel like that's good for the sport that it's more global. But since fighting is a sport that not many people do because it's really fucking hard and it's not as fun, let's say, as to play soccer in general. So that's why I don't think it's ever going to be as popular as these team sports.
It won't.
Do you think it peaked right now?
It may get even bigger, but
Is it going to surpass
people,
boxing?
It's bigger than boxing.
But they're making, I don't know if it's bigger right now.
They make less money. It's just because like in boxing, like it's just like Saudi Arabians are throwing crazy money. I don't know. It's more viewership. Like maybe it's just what I watch, but I feel like when there's a UFC event, people like talk about it more than boxing events.
Yeah, because that's what I find weird, because boxing, when there's a boxing fight, you hear them, I'm getting 30 million, 40 million, Jake Paul getting 50 million. Like, I'm like, what the, like, okay. And then you see John Jones, probably the greatest UFC fighter of all time. He got like 2-3 million in his last fight. I'm like, okay, but from what I see with my friends, where I live, and my group, my friend group, more people talk about the UFC. And I feel like young people are talking more about the UFC. They're more into the UFC. More people follow, let's say, Khabib, Conor McGregor, than they follow Terence Crawford. Like, many of my friends, they don't know who Terence Crawford is. And he's probably the best boxer right now in the world, pound for pound. But they know who McGregor is. They know who Khabib is. They know who Islam is. So I feel like it's bigger, but I don't know if it's ever going to get bigger than boxing. But maybe because boxing is an older sport, so you always have these old heads. Maybe when they like die out, and then it's going to be like younger people getting into it. And
I know, man, but let's wrap this up, man. It's 9:30.
Yeah. Okay,
go sleep.
Okay, so Carlo Ancelotti is the new coach for
Brazil.
For Brazil. And he said he gave Neymar 6 months to prove that he is fit for the 2026 World Cup. He said Neymar is on the list of players who could be at the World Cup. Now he has 6 months to make the final list. We just have to observe him and other players to avoid making mistakes in the final selection. 1 week later, Neymar is now in danger of missing Santos' last 3 league games of the season because of a knee injury that will likely require arthroscopic surgery at the end of the season. Time is running out on one more World Cup for Neymar. I understand where Ancelotti comes from. That's smart. But Neymar, I said it so many times, if Neymar can play to his full potential and be the man on the pitch, Brazil are fucking destroying that World Cup. Do you know all the players they have?
There's a 5% chance that happens.
Very, very small chance of that happening. But if it can happen, Brazil are going to fucking dominate and they're going to win every single game easily. Neymar is going to be the best player that season. But very small chance of it happening. So guys, that was it for this episode. Peace out.